Alright, hello everybody. My name is Dalton Rellinger, and welcome to Derail Valley. You know, there's a saying that boys never grow up, their toys just get bigger. And I am a very firm believer in that, because I grew up on a farm, and I helped my dad work on our tractors and trucks for a good portion of my life. And I couldn't really drive combines because of my allergies, but that's beside the point. I've operated heavy equipment, I've flown airplanes, I've driven 18-wheelers, I've driven all kinds of vehicles that would make even a garbage truck look very, very tiny in comparison. However, there's one class of vehicle that I've never really driven, and will likely never be able to drive, which is a train. And with the exception of whenever I'm waiting on one that is parked in place, blocking the roadway, I kind of love trains. It's a thing about me. I love big machinery. So, Derail Valley is I guess a simulator in some ways. It's a simulator, but it also behaves like a game. All right, it's basically kind of like Euro Truck and American Truck Simulator. They're simulators, but they also keep in mind that they are just video games at the end of the day. It's kind of a arcadey kind of simulator, I suppose. So yeah, but rather than trucks, we're going to be focusing on trains with this particular game, and this game is in VR. Let me get that out of the way right now. This game is meant to be played in VR. And I would do that, but my computer is getting a little up in the age category right now. And it was made back in 2014, so it's approaching a decade old right now. And it was not built with VR in mind. So I need to start saving up for a new one. Anyway, the game is pretty in-depth. You can, there are 3 basic engines that you can get. There's the shunter, which is basically all I can drive right now. It's the starter locomotive, if you will. The game comes with all these built-in guides that pretty much walk you through everything step by step. Pretty much every little thing about the game is in these booklets. So that's kind of a cool feature, if you ask me. And right now, I need to find a job that is not going to take me clear all the way down to the end of the map. Now, the keen-eyed among you will notice that I have another video, or I had another video by now, up at one point. And the reason I took that video down and put this one up in its place is because my microphone was turned off in that first video. I've been doing YouTube for like over 2 years, approaching 3 years now, and I forget one of the most basic things. Yeah, I'm gonna be glorious at YouTube one of these days. Okay, so what do we got? We have food factory in town to machine factory. I could take that one, but it's gonna be long. There are all kinds of licenses that you can get. You also have to pay fees and stuff like that if you damage anything, and for fuel consumption and sand consumption and stuff like that. And yes, I did just say sand consumption. I'll get into that whenever it becomes relevant. But these are all the different types of licenses you can own. The DE6 is the big, like, modern-day engine, if you will. And I believe that right there is the steam engine. What I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to get up to the multiple unit, which would basically allow me to connect 2 locomotives together, or multiple locomotives together, and just kind of use them as one. It'd be very, very useful for what I'm trying to do, because a lot of these jobs, you'll notice, they're pretty long trains, all things considered. I could do that, I suppose, shunting. I actually haven't tried shunting yet. It's I don't know if I want to do that for the first time on a YouTube video, though. A lot of these I can't take because they require hazmat. In this case, it's delivering alcohol. That's a lot of alcohol, apparently. 3 pickups, long train. Yeah. The problem with the shunter engine is that it's not very powerful. It's very easy to learn on the fly, but it lacks in power. So, goods factory and to the machine factory. What the heck just happened? I don't know how I did that. Well, you press F and you teleport. This game is built for VR, as I said before. So you press F, you can teleport all over the place. So, yeah. This one's paying 12 grand, just shy of 12 grand. And it's going from up here down to here. I could go down this way, but then I'd have to reverse into the machine factory, which might not be the worst thing in the world. But it would also be better if I just went the long way. Well, really, which way is the long way in this case? This way I have to go through an iron ore mine. Why can't they just say iron mine? Why not? Why iron ore mine? Just whatever. So yeah, I think the easiest way would probably be to go up this direction. Go through the mine, come back down south, and yeah. The problem is, this is a relatively long train. It's got 2, 4, 6... It has 8 cars, which the engine that I can drive is not really built for. This one is ridiculous. It wants me to go from up here all the way down to here for 8 grand. Like, no, just the fuel cost for that by itself is not worth it. But that's not counting the damage that your train takes over time. That one's even worse. Right, this one looks to be the best job that I've got available to me, so I guess we'll just go ahead and do this. So whenever you take a job, it gives you this manual, and it tells you everything about the job. So it shows you where the cars are, it shows you what you're hauling. In this case, I'm going to be delivering canned foods, bread, dairy products, and meat products to the machine factory and town. And it tells you where it is, which in this case it is going to be on C5. So that's C7. That's C6. Which means that this right here would be C5. Yeah. So that's our load right there. Actually, I should probably make sure. Alright, so on the side of every single one of these cars, there's going to be this number, this serial number even. So this is going to be CRF 256. Yeah. This one is going to be CRF 235. Yeah. Next one is going to be CFF 850. Wait, 858. Yeah, okay. This one is going to be CFF 840. Yeah. 459. Yeah. 813. Yeah. 018. Yep. And 013. Yes. Alright, so this is our load. Those 8 cars right there. The problem is I don't really have a locomotive out here. There's one right here. Yeah, the DE6 right here. This is the what I refer to as the modern locomotive. Okay, now... Here we go. Right, I'm gonna need 2 of these things in order to make this job work. So, everything in the cab is interactable, by the way. Like, you actually have to click, hold, and move the mouse around in order to move everything. The steam engine is gonna be nightmarish whenever I finally get that unlocked. Okay, so flip the switches. Turn that on. Release the brakes. There you are. Okay, you know what? This is actually kind of loud. I'm going to turn down the volume real quick. Audio. Try that. Yeah, it's a little bit better. You can also use the mouse wheel to interact with things, so if you don't feel comfortable using, you know, the mouse button and whatnot, just use the mouse wheel. Whether or not it's easier is probably entirely up to you to decide, but in my case, I definitely prefer doing everything, you know, the hard way. Now, you have to keep in mind that you are driving a train. You're not driving a car, which means you can't just go anywhere that you want. Which means that you have to go through and... You know, I'm actually going to turn this off real quick. Because even though I'm technically not supposed to be able to do this, I'm going to use 2 locomotives. Right, so you have to change the tracks. And, where is the world map? Right, so I do want to be going out this direction. Okay, so I have the train facing the right way. It's same thing with this one. Now, because I don't have the ability to interlock, if you will, these locomotives, I'm gonna have to be switching from one locomotive to the other in order for this to work. So... As the name of the game would imply, yes, you can derail, and it's actually very easy to do. So long as you're not paying attention. If you're paying attention, you should be relatively okay. And just slamming into another train or something can be very devastating. A little too hard, but you know what? That actually works for me. I don't really need that one running right now. I do need this one running, though. Okay, go ahead and turn this back on. There's going to be a lot of fiddling in the beginning. I'm sorry, that's just kind of how this game works. Alright, so I've got the brakes applied on that other one. so it shouldn't move backwards. It'd probably help if I turn the brakes off. Okay, there we go. These two locomotives are going to be hooked together. If I can grab the thing. That was not grabbing the thing. There we go. Do that. Grab this. Do that. Yeah, and I can't interact with that yet because of reasons. Alright, and I really need to save on fuel consumption. So go ahead and turn that off. And what was the track we were looking for again? I think it was C... C5, okay. Let me go through and find this again. Alright, so we basically just want to go straight for that middle one, okay? Works for me. Change that. That's good. Okay. Double check you, yes. Alright, so what's your problem? Oh, forgot to do something. That could have been bad. Alright, so you go on. You go on. And then turn the brake off on you. And start this thing back up. Now, the last time I did it this way, I had a locomotive at the front and a locomotive at the back. It was it was pretty interesting going from the one up front to the one at the back. It was a bit of an adventure, and it was a long journey too. All right, I think that's enough momentum. Oh, while I'm thinking about it, remember when I said sand usage? Yeah, trains, if you didn't know this, trains have they have a tendency to have their wheels slip on the rails. So what they'll do is they'll put sand down on over the rails so their wheels can actually get a grip. And you can do that in this game. But sand is apparently very expensive to replace. Alright, you don't want to slow down too much. You do still want to kind of have a good thunk with the cars behind you. Yeah, this is a good speed. Yep. Okay. So now we go through. Hook all these things up. Tighten that up. And go through and make sure the cars are actually all connected as well. Probably be easier if I just did it from this end. Alright, so yeah, you're good. You're good. You're good. I think they can pretty much always be connected, like in the way that they're supposed to be. In my experience, none of them have been decoupled or anything. But I just know, as soon as I start recording, that's when the game is going to go, oh, you know what? Actually, we're going to be decoupled this time. So have fun going off to your destination without any actual load. Right. I always forget this step, though. You and you. That basically engages the brakes for the rest of the train. Alright. So. No. We actually want to be going forward. And, tell you what, we'll actually just go ahead and do that as well. So where's my world map? Alright, and the cool thing about this is you can just throw everything in your inventory down on the ground. So anything that you kind of deem to be important information, you can just have it wherever you need it to be. Alright. I think we can actually do away with you for now. And the graphics in this are pretty simplistic, but they're also... The views you can get in this game are actually just downright jaw-dropping. Like, we're about to go over a bridge, I think, and I'll show you what I mean. Actually, we're not supposed to go over it for a while, but we should get a good view of this lake here pretty soon. Also, yeah, keep in mind that everything can overheat. Uh-oh. Yeah, there's... Right. Running into the first problems now. This is gonna be tough, isn't it? No, we're just barely creeping along. Make sure the brakes are all turned off. Yeah. We've already gone through almost a quarter of our sand. You can do it. Maybe I should have got another locomotive. this is just... This isn't working. I might have to do this the old-fashioned way, apparently. Alright, I will be back. Alright, Houston, I think we have a problem. I tried going back to the rail yard back there, and in hopes of bringing up another locomotive towards the rear of the train, and no such luck. I suppose I could just, like... do I want to do that, though? I could go back to the oil well and get another thing, but it's going to take forever just to get back. Nope. I think I'm just going to have to manage with what I've got. Still going backwards. Oh man, this is less than good. We are moving forward, but I'm going to lose half my sand just going up this first initial bit. Whatever you do, do not come to a complete stop. Whatever in God's name you do. Well, there's a breathtaking view for you. Like I said, graphics are pretty simplistic, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. So I'm going to want to make a right at this next junction. Right, so sand, fuel, oil temperature. And kilometers an hour. Or kilometers per hour, I should say. save on fuel. Just gonna leave that one in neutral for now. And hope we just have enough momentum to carry us through. I'm not optimistic, if I'm gonna be honest. Here we go. Nice big tall bridge. Lake at the bottom. Don't want to derail here if I can at all avoid it. Just a lonely tree. Poor lonely tree. I wish I was a lonely tree. I think we are starting to kind of... lose some momentum here, so let's pick up the speed a bit. Very handy, this teleporting all over the place. And there's nothing to stop you from having a little bit of fun. Rushing ahead of your train for a little bit. And just waving at your ghost self as you're passing by. And yeah, the wheels, in case you're wondering, they do actually turn. So I need to have this thing out ready. Oh, great. We've got an incline coming. And we're starting to overheat, too. Fantastic. Hooray. I'm so happy. Not. Let that other locomotive do all the work for a little bit. I think that's the way I want to be going. Is it? No, it is not. That sign back there said a speed limit of 50 kilometers an hour, so I think we should be fine if we're going 30 or 25. It's probably going to be a very long video, isn't it? Oh well. Oh wow, 80 kilometers an hour. So yeah, we can definitely get some speed going through here. But I'm not going to risk it. Oh, come on, you can do it. I believe in you. Definitely do not want to lose all of the momentum. Used up over half of my sand. go. I'm gonna let this one take a bit of a breather. It was trying to wheel spin there. It was really trying to. It's amazing how graphics can be so simplistic and aged to a degree, and yet still looks still so freaking beautiful. And still looks so freaking beautiful. That's what I was trying to say, but English was failing me. Or I was failing English. One or the other. Probably the latter. Alright, let's see if we can just kind of coast it. And save a little bit on our fuel. So the less resources I use on this trip, the better. I've already used up more than half of my sand. We're making good progress. We're off to a pretty rough start, but I am going to slow us down just a little bit, though. I guess there wasn't really any need to, because that sign back there said a speed limit of 60 kilometers an hour, so... once you get up enough speed and you're careful about what you do, you can actually go an entire route without having to use your engine even once. With, you know, the exception of having to, you know, get out of the docks or out of the rail yard and up to speed and whatnot. But if you're careful and smart about how you do it, you can use up very, very little fuel on one of these routes. Because I don't know why, but for whatever reason, your employer decides he wants you to pay him back for the fuel that you consume. That doesn't make any sense at all. Now, if you're planning to buy this game, which I actually very highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun, actually. But I am someone who is fascinated with logistics in general. Like, just moving freight from point A to point B. It's very fascinating and what all it has to go through in order to get there. So it's very fascinating to me. But if you're someone who doesn't really, you know, care about how all this stuff works, then, you know, if the game looks good to you, buy it, because I give it a 7 out of 10. Actually, no, I take that back. I'll give it an 8.5 out of 10. There are a few things I wish that were in the game, like maybe some other trains that you'd actually have to be kind of wary about, constantly looking at the map to see where they were. So you don't have like a head-on collision or something, then one of you ends up having to reverse all the way back to the train depot. You know, look at this bridge. Good grief. And keep in mind, I haven't touched the throttle in a long time now. And we're actually continuing to pick up speed. We're going to be going over there, aren't we? Yeah, we'll be going across that bridge. Just keep an eye on the speed. Make sure we don't go above 60 in this case. It's just downright beautiful. It's amazing how the graphics are, you know, so obviously dated. And yet, they still hold their own. It's amazing, to say the least. All right, so I'm just going to keep it at a good 40. Provided we don't go uphill at all. Because I think so long as we stay on the flat, we should roll for a very long way. And if push comes to shove, I will start the engine again, but not really any real reason to whenever... Okay, that's at 50, I'm going 40, we should be good. Yeah, whenever you see one of those signs that has the number on it, like that right there, brakes. You want to multiply that by 10. So whenever you see a 4, for example, that's 40 kilometers an hour. Whenever you see a 5, it's 50. Whenever you see a 3, it's 30. Whenever you see an 8, it's 80. Yeah, good luck getting me to go 80 in this thing. Just the ever so gently apply the brakes here. I try to stay 5 to 10 below the speed limit. Because it is incredibly easy to derail yourself. I've only done it once so far, but I've been staying like in, 30 to 40 kilometers an hour. I might just have to say miles because I'm not used to saying kilometers. I'm an American. Americans don't use kilometers. In fact, I don't think the entire North American continent doesn't use kilometers. Could be wrong about that. Canada might. I don't think Mexico does. And all those countries that are below Mexico, like south of Mexico, in Central America, are they technically like North American or South American? Because I'm kind of curious now, actually. But I think, I believe South America typically uses kilometers. Could be wrong. Should probably stop talking about things that I don't really know the answer to. So, put my drink aside. We're coming up onto the iron mine. I'm not going to say iron ore mine because that's just more words you have to say. Let alone iron ore mine west. No. Once we get through the iron mine, it's pretty much a straight shot down south, though I will have to kind of adjust a few levers here and there. If I'm lucky, they'll all still be facing the right direction. But I'm me, so I'm probably not going to be lucky. Did I just see a tower up there on top of that mountain? Nah, I can't see now because of the trees. And you'll notice, like, up in the very, like, far north, there's actually a military base. you can't actually haul military equipment. Like I've seen tanks and light attack vehicles. So this game gets to be pretty in-depth with what you can carry. Yeah, slow it down to about 40. Now that right there is saying we can go 80, so... yeah, we're on a pretty long stretch here. And we have a very gentle curve coming up, too. I don't want to push my luck, though. I really do not want to push my luck. And the less sand and fuel I have to consume, the less money that comes out of my pocket whenever we get done with this. I don't know why we have to pay for our own stuff. I mean... like, if you were the overall manager of the company... like, yeah, it kind of makes sense for you to pay stuff then, but I believe you're just an employee in this. So why are we the ones paying for all the fuel and stuff? That doesn't make any sense. At least in my opinion. That speed limit sign back there, but oh wells, whatevs. Oh crap, I really hope all the switches are in the right direction. I got lucky. Now, I don't know if it's my computer or if it's the game or if I'm doing something stupid. But the game does stutter quite a bit. Like, I don't know if it's my computer or if it's the game itself. I wouldn't be surprised either way, to be honest. Like that right there. It could just be the way that I'm playing the game. Like, the game is meant to be played in VR, but I have a feeling it'd be running even worse if I was playing this in VR. And I have an Oculus Rift, so it only works whenever it really wants to work. I'm amazed I haven't chunked it out the window yet, but... yeah, there's the steam engine, by the way. Not looking forward to that nightmare. Yeah, it has more power, but this is very simplistic compared to that. You think I joke? I do not joke when it comes to that kind of level of seriousness. Are you doing all right back there, by the way? So I want to make a left at this next junction, and then we should be good. All right, I'm going to go ahead and kind of boost up the throttle a little bit. brakes on a little bit. Going left. Very good. This is the way I wanted to go, right? Yeah. Oh, it's struggling. Majestic train going across the bridge. Fantastic. I'll let it get up to 40. No, I won't. I'll let it get to about there, and then... see how far we can get just... coasting again. Apparently this is all going uphill, so it's not going to be very far. That's unfortunate. Alright, so... we're going to C5 on this. Wait, no we're not, no we're not. We're going to C4. Okay, I wasn't that far off after all. Just stay between 10 and 20, I will be happy. Could do, I suppose. All right, so coming in from the north, so I want to be going to the left. And then hit the right. Okay. Switch. Alright, so that's facing the right way. Now I'm just going to go ahead and leave this right there. I don't think I need this on anymore. Left, then right. And the game's just loading more stuff in. Hope. You know what? Just brake, 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 brake. All right. Now I just need to find out where the heck I'm going. Okay, so C4. So I need to be on this line right here. Gotcha. So, am I going the right way or am I not going the right way? I can't really tell. I think I am going the right way. Okay. So you off. In fact, you can just probably be turned off completely. That might not have been such a great idea. Yeah. We're moving, but not fast enough. I should just go ahead and cut the engine here. Alright, collect that. Collect that. It's just barely on the rim. Okay. Let's go up to these signs, I guess. It'd help if it was in gear. Yeah, see, on flat ground, these things are really pretty strong, but... whatever, that's gotta be good enough, right? Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's more than plenty good enough. Alright. Let's go ahead and climb under here, attach that. Pull that off, but... I don't know why these are not wanting to do what they're supposed to do here lately. There we go. Okay, it has to be, like, underneath, apparently. It's weird. Oh, right, also. Do that. I'll pull forward just a smidgen. Alright, we are now officially decoupled. Put that in neutral, put it in park. Turn everything off. Right, this is probably not going to be cheap. And where the heck is the office? Okay, so I'm at C. So should be an office over here somewhere. There it is. Alright, whenever you get done with a job, you bring the booklet into here. Insert it in there. You get a ticket. And you get the information about the job. You can just throw that away. And you collect your reward. Now we have fees we have to pay. Duh. Seriously? Okay, I feel like these fees are a little aggressive. Like, yeah, you can actually, So what? Yeah, ouch. You can actually repair everything yourself if you want to do it. It costs like half the price. Ouch. So yeah, that right there is like... all that combined is like more than that job brought in. I feel like the fees are a little aggressive, in my opinion. Alright, so bring up the thing. Alright, so the turn house is up there, as well as the repair shop. So I guess I'll go ahead and show you how to do that. Make our way back to the train. There we go. It would help if you did it right, Dalton. Oh, I also forgot to mention the most important thing. Yes, you can sound the whistle. Very important. You must not forget to sound the whistle. Game of the year, 10 out of 10. Alright, so now apply the brakes. Now we get to go in reverse. Alright, so that there. That to there. There, and then... What? Whoa. Okay. Oh yeah, here's the steam engine up close. I can't climb up into it yet, but... Yeah, you see all that nonsense? You see all that? Yeah, this requires a lot of interaction in the control pit. Unfortunately, you can't really quite see inside this thing yet. You can't even teleport up to it. Which I feel there might be a little harsh. Okay, I'm actually going to go ahead and move this out of the way. I think we can go a little bit further than that. Alright, set brake. Turn it off. And here's another fun little doohickey that we get to do. Looks like I just missed it. Yeah, straight shot. Although, out of curiosity... Yeah, technically I could. In fact, it looks like that's what it wants me to do. That is what it wants me to do. Gosh darn it. Okay. Yeah, whenever you hear that click, it means that it's close enough for the rails to snap into place. Alright, I think that's pretty much all taken care of. Get back to the train. You can actually be turned off now. There's no reason for you to be running. Set you to neutral. Okay. Now we get to go in reverse. It does get to be a little bit tedious, I'm not gonna lie. down a little bit. That maybe slow it down a little bit more. Alright, so where am I? I'm not quite there. That's this one. Okay. Yeah, ouch. This is either the sand or, yeah, it's sand. Off. This one apparently took some actual damage. Ouch! Okay, that's a little bit better. Okay, so now the wallet comes into play. Boom. Okay. What does this do? Huh, I just now noticed that, like, all this stuff is actually, like, on the side. Wish I'd seen that before, because that would have been kind of useful information. Alright, so now I'm going to go pay the rest of the fines and crap that I owe. I might actually comment about this on the Steam page. I don't know how active the developer is with his people. These are all the certificates and things that you get, like all of the the licenses that you get. So this is what shunting does. It basically allows you to load and unload cars. Freight haul, that's basically what we've been doing. Pretty self-explanatory. Allows you to do 2 jobs at once. This allows you to actually like service the trains yourself. Train length allows you to haul longer trains. This is the certificate for the DE2, which is the shunter engine that we've been driving. This is my certification to be a train driver. And this is a few more things that you can, like in-game guides to help you understand the game a little bit better if you ever become lost. So, yeah. Actually, I wanted to throw that on the table. Yeah, if you ever throw anything like in a locomotive and you forget about it, you can recover it at the Lost and Found, which it just kind of dawns on me now that I left my world map there in those locomotives. But oh well, I'll go back and get it here in a minute. All right, so what other fees do I have to pay? I still have to pay another $5,000? What the heck is going on? What is this for? You've got to be kidding me. How much money do I have? $13,200, well, $13,300 almost. And they want the better part of $14,000. Yeah, no, screw you. I might be like actually writing about this in the Steam discussions. I think these fees are a little too aggressive, in my opinion. Unless, am I just getting really unlucky with the job income? I mean, look at this. Okay, this is going from the machine factory down to the oil well. Yeah, oil well center. Right, so the machine factory is there, right? The oil well center is here. Right, that's actually not that bad of a drive. But, let's see here. I would actually take that one in a heartbeat. In fact, that would actually not be a bad drive. So for $15,000, go from the machine factory in town to the steel mill, which is in the dead center of the map. And it's from here to there. That's not terrible. I mean, I'm not going to do it now. Maybe I should try a few shunting jobs or something. I don't know. If anybody has any experience with this game, let me know. Because, or let me know your thoughts on the fees and whatnot. Because I think they are a little aggressive. I do not think that they need to be that high. Like, yeah, if you want to fine me, that's fine. But I mean, like, this is just ridiculous. One of these, all I did was get, and on top of that, I repaid. You know, I serviced all those vehicles myself. Like, why am I paying? I've already serviced the vehicles. I'm not paying that. Sorry, it's not happening. All right, well, you know what? I will figure some of this stuff out in my own time. But for right now, that is going to do it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed, because I'm thoroughly enjoying this game, with the exception of the stupid fee system. Actually, what are stats? Because I've actually never looked. Time bonus, deadline total. Yeah, every mission there is a time bonus if you complete it within, like in this case, 12 minutes. You'll get some extra money. Yeah, fat chance of that happening, because 12 minutes to get from here to here. Yeah, no, that's not happening. That's 30 minutes at least. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to cut it off here. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like, leave a comment. If you want to see more of this, game, let me know, and I will definitely consider it. And in case you're wondering about Skyrim, this game would not interfere with Skyrim at all. All right, the reason being is you guys haven't even started Volume 2 as of me recording this. All right, you guys still have like 1 or 2 episodes left to go before Volume 2 officially starts. I am about to start Volume 3. So, Skyrim is, it's good until, like, the beginning of June. It's going to be set to come out, weekly on Mondays and Fridays for the foreseeable future. So, that's gonna do it for me. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.